Coach, we've had a lake-effect snow band sitting over Soldier Field since about 9 this morning, and it's not supposed to budge anytime soon. The good news, the folks don't seem to mind here in Chicago. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Chicago Bears. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. First down throw for Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Bridgewater. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bears take over. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan. On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Right here.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Trubisky got a man. It's Patterson complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Throwing here, Trubisky. Going for a right side here, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Trubisky. It's caught. It's Miller. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one. The stop there on third, they could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack him, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on third down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. We're scoreless after 1. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. Here's Trubisky, as they'll see what they can do on third and goal. That is caught by Cohen. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's like you're going negative on that.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. That throw good for 4. It's second down. On second down, McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman with a sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Upon a 46, a return of 5. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
First down, a run with Cohen. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Trubisky now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Now it's Trubisky toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony His 4th touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Throwing. Bridgewater. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Here's Bridgewater. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Bridgewater now from the 50. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And Thomas has it. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas, and it's 3rd and 4. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Thomas. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll throw again. Bridgewater toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. There defensively was Buster Screen to knock it away. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. To the air again with Bridgewater. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but now it's 3rd and goal. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Ian Thomas in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
54. Mike 54. Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. The connection made. It's Graham. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
A huge play there for Chicago. 42 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
On second down now, it's Montgomery. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Second and goal from the 6 this time. They go play action. Trubisky, they'll roll him out right. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Adam Shaheen, his first touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Bridgewater from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. On On third down, they go Montgomery. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the screen. Lock in, lock in.
Back now at Soldier Field as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
I got you, son. I got you, son. 58, boy. 58, Mike.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero, but we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now Trubisky to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again here, Teddy Bridgewater coming back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had a victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. To throw on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater, Khalil Mack. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I remember throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. He gets it to Thomas. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing is Bridgewater. And this will be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
This is Scarlett on the carry. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. 3rd and short yardage. Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Bears will get the football back. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That one a first down pickup of 8. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Trubisky will throw. Able to find Shaheen here. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They're going on 4th down. It's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Chicago, their hopes of a 500 season stay alive as they move to 7-8 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.